Hey everyone, so I picked up a new knife from a company called BPS knives. So stay tuned and we'll take a look at it. Welcome back everyone. So I got this new knife from a company called BPS knives, and it's made in Ukraine. And on Amazon there were some good reviews of this knife. I already actually have a Mora companion, and a lot of the reviews said that it's very similar, at least this model is very similar to the Mora companion. So let's take a look at it. So it comes in this cardboard box and it's wrapped in plastic. It does come with a leather sheath. Yeah, this plastic is wrapped tight. Let me get through all of this stuff. Alright, actually it wasn't that bad. There we go. So here's the leather sheath. It's not too bad quality. And here is the knife. So the blade looks like it's been oiled before it was packaged, which is good. There's absolutely no rust or anything like that on the blade. This is a full tang knife. I'm not really going to go into the specs of this knife just because there's so many reviews online. What I actually do want to do with this knife is do some modifications to it. So over here is actually my Mora companion heavy duty, and this is a knife I've had for a while now. So these knives are very, very similar. So what I'm planning to do with this knife is, first I'm going to definitely you can see this one's kind of wearing. I used white vinegar and put a patina on this knife when I first got it. This was a while ago, and you can see some of it is worn off. And I also ground down the spine just so that I could strike a ferro rod, and that actually worked really well on this knife. So well, actually this has a pretty sharp spine already. I remember when I first got this knife, I mean, it was very smooth, and it still is, except the area which I've ground down. But this one, it is very sharp already out the box, so I don't think I'm going to have to grind it at all. Oh, that's good. Also, I'm contemplating whether I should put a stain on this wood. It looks very natural the way it is now, which is good. I like that too. It doesn't look like it had any coating or anything on it. So I'll probably think about that, but I'm definitely going to remove the handles at first and kind of put a patina on the whole blade and the handle part, the tang portion of it, just with white vinegar like I did with my Mora. usually after you do that, you're going to have to sharpen it a little bit, because this whole area to the blade, the sharpened area kind of picks up on the patina as well. Additionally, the sheath it comes with is fine. It's perfectly good. But before I got this sheath, which is what I keep my Mora in, I was using this leather sheath, which I kind of really liked. It is also a dangler, but it isn't like a fixed dangler. It has this little attachment, which I kind of liked, because when sitting down and stuff, it allows the knife to kind of bend. I'm not sure if it's gonna fit, so let me give that a try right now. Yeah, it fits great. So that's good. So just like these other sheets, this one is held with just retention. There's no clasp or anything to hold it. And I had a feeling it was going to work, because the handles are so similar. And this sheath was actually made when I bought it. I think it was off of eBay like years ago, but it was for a Mora companion, whereas I was holding this Mora heavy duty companion, and it fit fine. So yep, it has good retention. It's not gonna come off at all. So what I'm tempted to do is actually put a darker wood stain on this, just because it'll kind of match this better. I'm not really sure if I should do that or not, but I think I may end up doing it. I'm gonna have to remove the scales anyway to put a patina on the blade. So while that's happening, I could probably just put a stain on this, and probably put like a coating, kind of a protective coating over it as well. The knife is not very sharp right out of the box. I haven't sharpened my Mora in a while, but it's definitely sharper at this moment. But that's not a problem, because like I said, I'm going to have to sharpen it again anyway. So yeah, so this video was just the unboxing, but I may not post this until I kind of do everything I want to with this knife and whatever modifications I want to do. I'm really glad that it fits this sheet, so I'm going to be using this sheet instead of this one. I'll probably just keep this as a backup for in case something happens, but yeah, otherwise I just wanted to show you this unboxing for now, and as this video proceeds, we'll see what modifications I do. I'm most probably gonna stain this handle, just because I feel like it may look a little better if the wood was just a little darker stain, but we'll decide on that later on. All right, I'm gonna stop this video for now. Hey everyone, so I kind of forgot that I was even making a video about this, but so I took off the scales from my knife. Here's the knife. This is what it looks like. Full tang. It kind of has some kind of black coating or something on it here. As you can see, the blade still has all that oil on it. I haven't, my next step is going to be putting a patina on this, and I'm going to be using white vinegar. I'm probably going to do that today. I stained the wood scales, and they're here. They're still, the paint is still drying, but I think it came out nice. I like it. I did a couple of coats. The first coat, you could still kind of see a few lines where the brush would go of the underlying light colored wood. And so after it dried, I decided to do a second coat, and I think it looks a lot better with the second coat. When you remove the scales, this is what you're gonna have. You have two of these small screws on either side of the scales, and then this little kind of tube which goes into the holes and through the holes in the back of the blade over here. It's pretty simple. It uses a very small Allen wrench or a hex key. So like I said, my next step is going to be working on the blade, getting a patina on it, and then after that I'm gonna have to resharpen it, because once you put the patina, it kind of becomes a little dull, but then it's a high carbon steel, so it's going to sharpen pretty fast. Also, the spine of the blade, I'm not going to sharpen the whole spine, I'm just going to sharpen a small area, and I'll show you what it looks like when I do that. All right. Hey everyone, so I've just immersed my knife, just the blade portion, in white vinegar. I just thought I'll turn my camera on and just show you. I just put it in, so everything still looks like pretty shiny. I think I'm gonna leave it in for about 5 minutes and then check on it and see if I should leave it for additional 5 minutes. And then I'm just gonna flip it over because right now it's flat on one side, so I think one side is getting exposed more than the other, so I may flip it over. But you can see it begin to oxidize right there. I also scrubbed the lower portion, the handle portion. It was kind of black, if you remember before when I in my previous video. So I kind of sanded it down, just the handle portion right here, and then I wiped off all the oil from the blade portion just before I put it in. So I'll show you when this whole process is done. Hey everyone, so I just thought I'll show you my final the final product after I did whatever modifications to it. It's in the new sheath, or like the old Mora sheath that I had, and here's the blade. I really like the way the handle, the scales came out, the wood scales, with the wood stain on it. I think it's nice that when the knife came in, the wood scales they had were pretty unfinished. At least they looked unfinished, and so it gives you an opportunity to like put whatever stain you want on it, or any coating. This one actually had a primer and stain in it, and then I used a little bit of pledge once the paint had dried to just give it a little bit of a gloss. The patina came out well too. You can see it on the top portion, and I don't know if you can see it, but I only for the edge, I mean for the back of the blade, I only sharpened like this area, and I left everything else with the patina on it, because that's kind of where I'm gonna strike my ferro rod. I didn't do a great job in my sharpening, and you can see there are still some areas which I need to touch up on, but I think I did a better job when doing my Mora. But very similar to the Mora, you can see a good demarcation of where the Scandi grind starts. I just felt like my Mora, I'm not sure if the steel they use is the same between both the knives, but my Mora, the patina, it happened fairly quick. I immersed it in white vinegar, and I don't remember exactly how much time, but I could visibly see the change. Whereas this one, I put it in for 10 minutes and there was barely any change. And so I ended up leaving it in for about half an hour. And then I flipped it over and left it for another 20 minutes. And you can still see, let's see if you can see that, but you can still see where it says BPS knives, the writing. Whereas this one actually says more over here, but you can't even see it because the patina got that dark. Maybe it has to do with the quality, the types of steel they're using, or even the white vinegar that I was using. Obviously this one was done like 5 years ago, so I'm not sure which brand of white vinegar I was using, but this was just like a household white vinegar, which can be used for both cleaning as well as like food purposes. So maybe the acidity was less or something like that. But either way, I was still happy with the way it came out. I just felt like I did a bad job sharpening it though, and I may get a professional sharpener with someone who owns like one of those machine rotary sharpeners or whatever. I was just using a block for mine and trying to get that angle, that Scandi grind angle straight when doing it, but there's some spots which I felt didn't come out that great. But overall, I like the way the whole thing came out. So yeah, so that was my BPS knife with the modifications. I'm not going to do anything else to it. So thanks for watching, everyone.